I found a second phone number for my husband on our daughter's school form. She filled it in from memory. I'm 34, he's 36, and we've been married 11 years. Our daughter is 9. Sunday evening around 7 p.m. we were sitting at the kitchen table doing the beginning of year paperwork the school sends home in that thick envelope nobody opens until the night before it's due. She likes filling things in herself. She has since she was 6. She does the emergency contact section in pencil because she says pen is too permanent, which is the most 9-year-old sentence ever spoken. I was half watching, half scrolling. She wrote my name, my number, then she wrote his name. Then she wrote a number I have never seen in my life. She didn't pause. She didn't look at a contact list. She didn't ask me. She wrote 10 digits from memory the way she writes her own address, and then she moved on to the allergy box. I said it very lightly. I asked her if that was Daddy's number because I thought maybe she'd mixed it up with Grandma's. She said it was his other one, the one for when his work phone is off. She said it like she was telling me the sky is blue. Then she asked me how to spell seasonal. Let me back up. About 2 years ago he moved into a role with more travel. 3-4 nights a month at first, then more. Around the same time he started keeping a second charger in the truck, and I never once asked why. Because who asks why about a charger? He started taking calls in the garage with the door half down. I told myself it was the noise in the house. We have a 9-year-old and a dog that barks at wind. I want to be honest about something. I never investigated. I never went through anything. I'm not built that way. And also, if I'm being truthful with myself, I didn't want to find the thing I was afraid of finding, so I made sure to never be in a position to find it. That's not innocence. That's a decision I made every day for 2 years without admitting I was making it. So I sat there at the table with my daughter and the pencil and the form, and I did the math on what that number actually meant. It meant it wasn't new. Kids don't memorize things they've used once. She knew it the way she knows her lunch account PIN from repetition, from being told it mattered. It meant she'd used it, and every time she used it, there was a version of that conversation happening that I wasn't in. There was a birthday party in March. He was supposed to pick her up at 4 p.m., and he was almost 40 minutes late, and I was standing in a stranger's driveway getting more and more angry, and when I finally got her in the car, she was completely calm. She said she'd already talked to him and he was coming. I remember thinking, when did you talk to him? And then his truck turned the corner and I never finished the thought. That's the part that got me, not the number. The 40 minutes in the driveway where I was the only person in my family who didn't know what was happening. He came home a little after 10 p.m. that Sunday. I waited until she was asleep. I put the form on the counter, face up, the emergency contact section on top, and I didn't say anything. I just stood there while he read it. He went quiet for about 4 seconds. Then he gave me 3 explanations in a row. It was an old work line. Then it was a prepaid he kept for a project. Then it was something he'd meant to tell me about and forgot. 3 different answers in maybe 20 seconds, each one arriving before the last one had finished landing, and I understood that I was watching a man look for the door. He said, "It's not what you're doing in your head right now." And I said, "Okay." That's all I said. Okay. Because here's what I actually figured out standing in my own kitchen at 11 at night. I had spent 2 years quietly wondering if he was cheating, and that question felt enormous, and it turns out it wasn't even the big one. The big one was that my daughter had been carrying a piece of her father that I wasn't allowed to have. Somebody sat that child down and gave her a number and made it normal. Not secret, he was smarter than secret, just normal. So normal that she wrote it on a school form in front of me without a flicker. He slept in the basement that night. He's still in the basement. We've had 2 conversations since, and neither of them went anywhere, because he keeps trying to explain the number and I keep trying to explain that the number is not the thing. I never sent the form in. I told the school we'd lost it and asked for a new one, and I filled that one out myself, and under his name I put the number I've had for 11 years. The original is folded in the drawer with the takeout menus. I copied the 10 digits onto a yellow sticky note and put it in my wallet behind my insurance card, and I've taken it out probably 9 times. I still haven't dialed it.